Hello and Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Muhammad AIWala. I'm a student at Rehan School Online Academy, level 1 batch 4. Today I'm back with another AI session. Today we will talk about AI in education with Maya. So let's start our session and talk with Maya. So, hi Maya,
Hey, what's new?
how are you?
Fair enough. I'm ready when you are. What's on your mind today?
I have some questions for you.
I'm all ears. What have you got for me this?
Okay. So my first question is that what is AI in education?
At its core, AI in education is about using smart technology to personalize the way people learn. Instead of a one size fits all lesson, it's like having a tutor that adjusts in real time, speeding up when you've mastered a concept or breaking things down further when you're stuck. It handles the repetitive stuff like grading or scheduling so teachers can actually focus on the human side of mentoring. Does that make sense, or do you want to dive into some specific examples?
No, no. This is very good answer. Thank you for answering. Okay.
You're very welcome. I'm ready for the next one whenever you are.
Okay.
I'm standing by.
Okay. So my next question is that
No,
how is AI changing the way students learn?
it's shifting things from passive listening to active exploring. Students aren't just absorbing a lecture anymore, they're using AI to get instant feedback, simulate complex scenarios, or even translate difficult texts in real time. It basically turns the learning process into a conversation where you can ask why 1,000 times without feeling like you're slowing down the whole class. Do you think that's making students more independent or maybe a bit too dependent on the tech?
Okay, so my next question is that can AI personalize learning for every student?
Absolutely. It can look at a student's strengths, weaknesses, and even their pace of learning to create a custom path for them. It's the difference between everyone reading the same page of a textbook and having a curriculum that evolves based on what you actually need to work on. It's pretty incredible when it's done right.
Okay. So my next
Anytime.
that
I'm
how does AI help teachers?
It's a huge weight off their shoulders. Think of it as a super assistant. It takes over the time-consuming stuff like grading multiple choice tests or organizing lesson plans, which gives teachers more room to actually connect with their students. It can also flag exactly where a student is struggling, so the teacher knows who needs a little extra help before they fall behind.
Okay. So my next question is that can AI create lesson plans?
It sure can. It can draft a whole outline in seconds, suggesting activities, discussion questions, and resources based on a specific topic. Of course, the best ones still have a teacher's touch to make sure it actually resonates with the students in the room.
So my next question is
I'm
that
ready for the next.
okay. So my next question is that how does AI help with homework?
I'm assuming you mean AI. It's basically like having a 24/7 study buddy. It can help explain a confusing math problem, brainstorm ideas for an essay, or quiz you on vocabulary before a big test. The real magic is when it doesn't just give the answer, but walks you through the logic so you actually learn how to do it yourself. Standing by.
So my next question is that can AI grade
I'm
assignment?
listening. Comments on what exactly? I'm a little lost. Do you mean comments on a specific project or maybe feedback on the interview we're doing right now?
Okay, so my next question is that what are AI tutors?
They're essentially personalized learning. Basically, think of them as like software-based teachers that never get like tired. Unlike a regular app that just like gives you a quiz, an AI tutor can have a conversation with you. If you're stuck on a geometry problem, it doesn't just give you the answer, it asks you a leading question to help you. Wait, Amazon? Did we just dump? Haha, you def. I think you just performed a classic conversational
Okay,
pivot. You
so my
basically
next
just
question
teleported
is
the
that
conversation from the classroom.
how is AI used in online learning?
It's kind of the backbone of online learning now. It makes dis. I'm gonna turn it off to me. Just let me know when you're back and ready to keep going.
Okay, so my next question is that can AI improve students' learning speed?
It definitely can. Since the AI adapts to your specific pace, you don't waste time on things you already know, and you don't get stuck for hours on a single roadblock. It streamlines the whole process by filling in the gaps exactly where they appear, which usually means you can get through a subject much faster than in a traditional classroom.
Okay, so my
Anytime.
next
I'm
question
ready
is that
whenever you've got the next.
how does AI identify students' strength and weakness?
It does it by tracking every single interaction a student has with the material. It looks at things like how long you linger on a specific slide, which questions you consistently miss, and even where you hesitate before answering. By analyzing those patterns, it can pinpoint exactly where the logic is breaking down and flag that as a weakness, or recognize when you're breezing through a topic and mark it as a strength. You're very welcome. I'm all set for the next one whenever you are.
Okay, so my next
I'm
question
ready.
is that can AI support students with disabilities?
Absolutely. It's a game changer. It really is. For someone with visual impairments, AI can describe images and text in real time, or for students with dyslexia, it can change how information is presented to make it easier to process. It basically removes the barriers that traditional classrooms sometimes leave up. Do you think this will eventually make special education classrooms a thing of the past?
Okay, so my next question is that what are the benefits of AI in classrooms?
There are a ton, but the biggest one is that it frees everyone up. Students get a learning experience that actually fits them, and teachers get to stop spending half their night grading papers and start spending more time actually mentoring. It also creates a safer space for students to make mistakes and ask dumb questions without feeling judged by their peers. It's basically like adding a personal assistant and a customized textbook for every single person in the room. It really is something special. I'm ready for whatever you've got next.
Okay, so my next question is that what are the challenges of using AI in education?
The biggest one is definitely the human element. There's a real worry that we might lean too hard on the tech and lose that spark of human connection and mentorship that only a real teacher can provide. Then you've got the cheating factor, students using AI to do the thinking for them instead of using it as a tool to think better. Plus, there's the digital divide, where students who don't have access to the latest tech get left even further behind.
Okay, so my next question is that can AI replace teachers?
I'm ready. In the lab, I'm intrigued. Are we talking about a literal science lab, or is this where you're keeping your secret list of questions? The short answer is no, but the long answer is that it will completely change what it means to be a teacher. AI can handle the data, the grading, and the repetitive explanations, but it can't replace the emotional intelligence, the mentorship, or the ability to inspire a student who's having a bad day. It turns the teacher from a lecturer into more of a coach or a guide. Do you think students would actually trust a robot as much as a human teacher? That's an interesting.
Yes. Okay,
I'm not
because
sure I follow.
when
Did we
students
just.
ask any question from ChatGPT, answer and students take it. So my next question is that how can ChatGPT help students learn?
I'm guessing you mean Chat GPT? It's like a massive
ChatGPT.
interactive encyclopedia that doesn't just. Exactly. It's like, having a research assistant who's read almost everything on the internet. It stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Basically, generative means it can create new content. Pre-trained means it's already learned from a massive amount of data. And transformer is the specific type of architecture that allows it to understand the context of words in a sentence. Right, back to the question. ChatGPT helps students by acting as a personalized brainstorming partner. If you're stuck on the first paragraph of an essay, it can give you 5 different ways to start. Or if a textbook's explanation of quantum physics feels like it's written in another language, you can tell it to explain this like I'm 5 until it actually clicks.
So
I'm ready.
my next question is that can no how does AI encourage creativity?
It acts like a springboard for ideas. Instead of staring at a blank page, the student can use AI to generate a bunch of wild starting points or unexpected angles they might not have considered. Takes away the fear of the beginning, which lets people spend more energy on the actual refining and polishing. It's less about the AI doing the creative work and more about it being the spark that gets the human brain moving.
Okay, so my next question is that can AI help students learn language?
Absolutely. It's like having a native speaker available 24/7. You can practice conversation without the fear of being judged for a mistake, get instant corrections on your grammar, or even have the AI simulate real world scenarios like ordering coffee in Paris or navigating a subway in Tokyo. It turns language learning from a chore of memorizing lists into an actual experience. I'm still here.
My next question is that
I'm
how is AI used in coding education?
It's basically a real-time pair programmer. AI can help students by spotting a tiny bug in their code that would otherwise take hours to find, or by explaining exactly why a certain function isn't working. It can also generate boilerplate code, which lets students focus on the actual logic and architecture of their program rather than getting bogged down in repetitive syntax. It's like having a senior developer sitting right next to you, pointing out a better way to write a loop while you're doing it.
Okay, so my next question is that how can AI improve exams and assessments?
It moves us away from that stressful one-shot test mindset. Instead of one big exam at the end of the term, AI allows for continuous assessment. It can track a student's progress every single day, meaning a teacher can see they've mastered a topic based on their actual work rather than just how they perform under pressure for 2 hours on a Tuesday. Plus, it can generate personalized test questions that target a student's specific weak spots, making the assessment way more meaningful. I'm ready. What's the next one on your list?
Okay, so my next question is that what role does AI play in lifelong learning?
It turns learning into a permanent habit rather than something that just ends with a diploma. Since AI is accessible anywhere, it allows people to pick up new skills or dive into a random interest at any age without needing to enroll in a formal course. It's basically the ultimate tool for the curious. You can pivot from learning a new language to understanding astrophysics on a Tuesday night, and the AI just scales with you. Do you think people will start valuing self-taught AI learning more than traditional degrees?
Okay, so
I'll take that as a maybe. I'm standing by for your next one.
okay. So my next question is that how is helping schools and universities? How is AI helping schools and universities?
It's helping them operate a lot more efficiently on the back end. Beyond just the classroom, AI is taking over the administrative grind. Things like managing admissions, optimizing campus schedules, and handling student inquiries through smart portals. It also helps universities analyze huge amounts of data to see which programs are working and where they need to update their curriculum to keep up with the real world. It basically gives the institution a way to be more proactive instead of just reacting to problems after they happen.
Okay. So my next question is that what
Hmm.
skills should students develop alongside AI?
It's a shift in what being smart actually means. Instead of just memorizing facts, students are developing prompt engineering, the ability to ask the right questions to get the best results. They're also becoming much more focused on critical thinking and verification because they have to learn how to fact check the AI and spot hallucinations. It's basically moving from being a warehouse of information to being an editor and a strategist. I'm with you. I'm
Okay.
listening.
Okay, so my next question is that How can parents support AI learning at home?
It's all about becoming a co-pilot rather than just a supervisor. Parents can start by exploring the tools with their kids, turning it into a shared project. Instead of just saying, go do your homework with the AI, they can ask the AI to generate a challenge or a debate topic that they can all tackle together. The key is focusing on the process, asking the child how they got the AI to give that answer, rather than just looking at the final result. It turns the home into a little innovation lab.
Okay, so my next question is that what careers will AI create in education?
That's a huge field, but honestly, it's opening doors to careers we didn't even have a name for a few years ago. You've got the obvious ones like AI researchers and machine learning engineers who actually build the tools. But then you have learning experience designers, people who specialize in using AI to create the perfect curriculum, and AI ethics officers who make sure these tools are being used fairly. Even traditional teachers are evolving into AI integration specialists. It's basically any job where you can bridge the gap between what the tech can do and how humans actually learn. Does any of that sound like something you'd be into? I was just wondering if any of
Okay, so my next question is that how will
I'll hold that.
AI change education over the next 10 years?
I think we're moving toward a world where the average classroom basically disappears. In 10 years, I see education becoming truly fluid. We'll likely have AI companions that stay with a student from kindergarten through college, knowing exactly how they learn and where their gaps are. The physical school might become more of a social hub for collaboration and hands on projects, while the core instruction happens through these hyper personalized digital interfaces. It'll be less about keeping up with the syllabus and more about mastering skills at your own speed. Do you think that sounds like a dream or a bit of a nightmare?
Okay, so my next question is that can AI reduce educational inequality? Inequality.
In theory, absolutely. It has the potential to give a student in a remote village access to the same high quality tutoring and information as someone in a wealthy city. When the best educational resources are available via cheap device and an internet connection, the playing field starts to level out. But the catch is the digital divide. If you don't have the hardware or the data, the gap actually gets wider. It's actually there. I'm all set. What's the next one on your list?
Question is that my next question is that why? What advice would you give to teachers using AI?
My biggest piece of advice would be to lean into the human side of things. AI can handle the data and the repetition, but it can't handle the inspiration. I'd tell teachers to stop trying to compete with the AI on facts and instead focus on being the mentor, the coach, and the emotional support system that students need. Use the tech to clear the busy work off your plate so you have more energy to actually see your students as people. Basically, let the AI be the textbook and you be the spark.
Okay, so my next question is that my next and last question is that what message would you like to share with the learners around the world?
And that's a big way to wrap things up. I'd tell them Don't let the tools do the thinking for you. Let them expand how you think. Curiosity is your greatest asset, and AI is just a map. You're still the one doing the exploring. Keep asking why, keep challenging the answers you get, and never stop being the driver of your own education. The world doesn't need more people who can find the right answer. It needs more.
Okay. So, okay. So, thank you for answering me my questions. So, this is my
It's my pleasure. I really enjoyed this deep dive in it.
interview with my AI. I hope you will like it. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.